Coach Alexandre Jacques.
Alexandre, première des choses, vous avez eu tellement de chance, que ce soit en deuxième ou en troisième période. Est-ce que tu penses que c'est là que le match s'est joué? Parce qu'après ça, si ça allait de l'autre côté, puis eux autres en ont profité?
Ouais, ça arrive une couple de fois. Oui, on a manqué d'opportunisme. Gardien de l'autre côté, Rudy a fait des belles arrêts. C'est sûr, ça aurait pu changer le momentum là, d'avoir un break, mais c'est pas arrivé. Ça fait partie de la game.
Je sais que c'est difficile peut-être à ce moment-ci, mais je pense que qu'est-ce que tu peux dire? Ça a été quoi le message à tes gars suite à cette défaite-là en demi-finale, match ultime comme ça? Comment tu te sens? Comment tu as parlé avec tes gars?
C'est sûr que c'est pas le résultat qu'on attendait ou qu'on envisageait. Donc c'est sûr, tu te prépares pas pour une situation comme ça. Tu te prépares tout le temps comme si tu vas gagner le match. Pour les joueurs, présentement, c'est difficile, surtout avec l'équipe qu'on a, dans le sens qu'on a une vieille équipe. Il y a plusieurs joueurs qui jouaient leur dernier match dans la Ligue junior majeure du Québec maritime ce soir. Donc, pour eux autres, c'est doublement plus difficile. Donc, présentement, c'est juste d'être là pour eux autres.
Coach, you've been around the game, playing and coaching. Have you ever been part of a group that has been so resilient and has faced so much adversity? Maybe just speak to that.
Yeah, that's a good question. I feel we grow a lot as a team. We face adversity starting the season with a lot of injuries. I think it helped us. We never kind of got our groove during the regular season, but as the playoff were going, I felt that this team was playing to potential it was able to. And this series here, we're playing the defending champion, and there's a reason why they're champions. So I think it was a really good playoff series for everyone watching, but obviously, the group, the player, they grow. They were resilient. They believed till the end. So I'm proud of them in that regard. That's for sure.
Personally, what have you learned about yourself, and maybe just what have you learned about coaching and leading a group like this?
Yeah, like I said, the season was a learning process throughout the season. With I come back to the same thing, but with some adversity we had to face. For me personally, it was learning with a fire hose, right out the fire hose. So I think I grow as a person, but I grow as a coach as well. And what can you? What am I learning from that is, I mean, these kids are human beings. They want to do well. They have private lives as well. It's important to coach the hockey players, but it's important as well to be present for the human beings. And I knew going into this job this year that was part of what I had to do, but I didn't realize sometimes that these kids are living things not as easy as we think it would be. So it's important to be there for them.
Coach, you talk about the injuries. Just talk about what Pelche was able to do for you guys in Game 6. And then again tonight, not easy for him to come into a series. And you're basically down to your third goaltender. Just talk about what he was able to do to give you guys a chance to take this series.
Well, obviously, he was outstanding Game 6. And tonight he kept us in the game for Moncton had a few chances early in the game, and he kept us in the game. So it was not easy for him. Didn't play for over a month and a half, and but it comes down to I said it before after Game 6, but he's an unbelievable teammate. He's always been supportive in the room for the guys. He was always ready to stay after practice, do extra for the guys, and I think our players wanted to play for him, and it was a mix of both. But I'm really happy with the way, and happy for him, but happy for our guys the way he showed up the last 2 games.
On se parlait avant le match, de retour en français, évidemment. On se parlait avant le match de cette ligne avec les officiels. Ça fait quand même 2 ou 3 matchs dans cette série où il y a une des deux équipes qui n'a pas d'avantage libéré, je pense. Mais c'est là où le but de Gabe Smith a fait mal aussi là, sur cette punition. Olivier Lemieux, peut-être. Comment toi, tu as vu ça à partir du banc? Là?
Je suis pas ici pour essayer de trouver des excuses par rapport à l'arbitrage, peu importe. Ça finit par se balancer en fin de compte. Sur une série de 7 matchs, tout finit par se balancer. Donc, est-ce qu'on aurait aimé avoir un avantage numérique à certaines occasions? Oui, c'est pas arrivé. Puis, je n'irai pas de ce côté-là pour trouver une excuse ce soir par rapport au match.
More than likely, Spencer Gill's final game. Ironically, it's in his hometown. Maybe just discuss the impact that he had on the group in the league and the adversity that he was confronted with and just the resiliency he showed coming back and playing to the level. He was outstanding this series.
You're right about that. Spencer, for the one not aware, last year was tough for him, and Rimouski missed a great part of the season. Then come back with in good shape, worked out all summer, and took care of himself. And his injury was behind, and 1 game and a half, and he was out. And he went back to Philly to do his rehab. So we didn't see Spencer until December, which was a big loss for us on the ice, but in the room as well. So when he came back, 2 things on the ice. Change our decor for the best. Like I said to someone this morning, he's really good on the blue line, really good at finding the seam to get the pucks through. So it was good for us. And physically, I love the way he played in our D zone. He was able to kill the play fast and use his body to his advantage. And in the room, he had the impact that we were hoping he would get as a veteran. He's got a certain presence when you're around him. So again, really, I'm fortunate that I had the chance to coach him. He's a great human being and a good person, and he was good for us.
D'autres questions pour coach? Merci, Alexandre.
Thank you. Merci.
Commence en français avec Vincent Collard.
Pardon. Capitaine, première des choses. Je sais qu'il doit y avoir beaucoup de déceptions en ce moment, mais avec ce que vous avez traversé cette année, dans cette série-là aussi, comment tu te sens là? Ça a été quoi ton message avec tes coéquipiers, évidemment, suite à cette rencontre-là?
C'est sûr qu'on a traversé beaucoup d'adversités au travers des blessures, beaucoup d'attentes envers notre groupe, puis on n'a pas répondu nécessairement. On a réussi à construire quand même quelque chose de spécial durant cette série-là, durant les séries en grand complet. Donc, c'est sûr un peu de la fierté, mais aussi beaucoup de déception. Tu sais, là, on a passé si proche, mais si loin au final pour passer à la prochaine étape. Donc, c'est ça, de la fierté, mais aussi de la déception.
J'imagine.
Comment ça s'est terminé.
J'imagine que oui, on regarde le pointage, c'est 6-2, mais ce n'est pas un match de 6-2, évidemment. Là. Vous avez eu vos chances en début de 3e, en fin de 2e, des chances de grande qualité qui ne se sont pas retrouvées dans le fond du filet. Est-ce que tu penses que le match s'est joué là?
Oui, mais moi, je dirais, leur façon de jouer fait en sorte que, oui, on a eu des belles chances, puis ça aurait pu virer de notre côté, mais la façon de jouer fait en sorte que des fois, tu penses que tu es proche, mais tu ne l'es pas tant que ça au final. Puis sont très opportunistes, sont très talentueux, donc bravo à eux. Puis c'est sûr, j'aurais aimé un résultat différent, mais c'est ça qui est ça.
Vincent, tu as beaucoup d'amis ici. L'année passée, on a célébré pas bien loin ici dehors la conquête de la Coupe du Président. C'est-tu encore plus difficile à vivre à cause de ça, à cause de ce que tu as vécu l'année passée?
Oui, je sais comment c'est le fun, je sais comment c'est spécial de gagner. Puis c'est comme des liens pour la vie. Puis j'aurais aimé ça pouvoir créer ça avec les coéquipiers que j'ai cette année. Mais c'est comme ça fait partie du hockey, un gagnant, un perdant. Donc, mauvais côté aujourd'hui.
Dernière chose, tu as été voir les coachs des Wildcats. Tu as vu beaucoup de gens qui t'ont applaudi chaleureusement. Ça doit quand même faire plaisir quelque part de voir que les gens t'ont pas oublié ici.
Oui, exactement. Je dois dire que ma carrière junior n'a peut-être pas commencé du meilleur peut-être pas du bon pied. Puis en arrivant ici à Moncton, tout le monde qui m'a accueilli, tout le monde si je pense à là, Dan Lacroix et puis là, Josh Editch, ils ont fait un travail incroyable pour moi. Après ça, le coaching staff de l'an dernier. Je garde plein de bons souvenirs ici, puis je suis vraiment très reconnaissant. Antoine Samuel aussi, que j'aimerais mentionner, qu'il est plus dans l'ombre en étant coach vidéo et coach des goalers, mais il est vraiment super pour les joueurs.
You basically answered my question. Just the impact that this city and organization had on you, both as a player and a person, and what did it mean to wear the C in your final year here in the Q?
It was, like I said, in Moncton, all the people that welcomed me here was so good to me and kind of changed my my hockey career for sure, and maybe my life too. That come here, give me another chance, and everybody was so great. And now I think to see this year was a great responsibility and just an honor to be captain in this league. Hopefully, obviously, I would have wished for another result, but still, I think we can be proud of our year.
How proud are you of your teammates and obviously some friends for life in that room?
It's been. I'm really proud. Like I said, we had a lot of adversity through injuries, through expectation, and we always in the last 2 months, maybe we built something special with our group. Maybe it was a little late, but I think we can be proud of what we have done in the playoff. And yeah, I'd say proud and a little disappointed too.
D'autres questions pour Vincent? Other questions? Merci, Vincent.
Right, merci. Thanks, boys.
Question for the coach?
Obviously, big win going back-to-back finals. Just what was the difference in Game 7 tonight after a very tough Game 6 loss?
Yeah, I mean, the group has been really resilient. And obviously, as I said countless times, there's a fine line in this series, a really good opponent. You know, you look at that team, had over 1,200 points coming back to our league. And we had under 600 points coming into the league. You know, so it's all about trying to get better. And our group, you know, found ways to get better in the regular season. And the benefit of getting better was to come down the stretch. And I think we had to win 9 in a row. With a tough schedule, and you get to play Game 7 at home. And I think Pete DeBoer said it best, and he's got the world record, the National Hockey League record. He's 7-0 in Game 7s, and he said there's not a real significant difference home ice in the playoffs. Teams know how, but there is a significant advantage to play Game 7 at home, and we took advantage of that tonight. By the way, Pete DeBoer, 6 of his 7 wins were on home ice in Game 7.
Your top 6 was going. Your top players took over this game. Just speak to the level of the top 6 that kind of took this one over tonight and made sure that you guys were going to move on to the finals.
Yeah, big moments for big players. I mean, it's a special Game 7. Not a lot of players get the opportunity to play a Game 7 to go to the league finals. You know, both teams presented them really well tonight. And you look for a little separation. We got it, you know, probably not to start, but I think it was a key goal to tie it. And then, you know, found a lead. And we get a kind of a mulligan. We had a lead in Game 6. And usually we're a pretty good team with the league and in the third. So some things happen in the game of hockey. But we learned our lesson and, you know, had a chance to extend the lead, which we did tonight. And obviously Rudy had to make a couple of big saves for it, but that's Game 7 hockey when you get two real good opponents.
Do you think this series will make you a better team for the final this time?
Oh, yes. Yeah, the journey, you know, there's curves, there's valleys, there's hills, there's peaks. And this series, we got to experience more than we did in the first 2 rounds. You know, it's great to go 8-0, but really, you know, the parity of the top 4, you know, you got one series goes 6 games, one series goes 7 games. It's great for the parity in the league, and you learn lessons, but you also get a really good feeling as well. You know when it's hard, you know, sometimes you get shitty feelings when it doesn't quite go your way, and you know, I think we had good initiative in the series. We took the lead. We didn't have the lead, so we had to show some resilience to tie it. Then we went ahead and give them credit. They had some resilience to tie it up at 2-2. And then we went ahead 3-2. And they had some great resilience, you know, down last minute. And then we showed initiative and resilience tonight to finish it off. So, yeah, you know, it's terrific. I mean, it goes back to the old days of Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, you know, the type of things. It's, you know, it's 15 rounds there. Thank God we didn't have to play 15 games, but we played 7 games, and it's 2 guys slugging it out, taking shots and giving shots. And, you know, we got a chance with the home ice and, you know, that type of things.
I realize a lot of guys made big plays in this series that led to goals, but can you speak to the value of a guy like Ryan Chujinski tonight, playing with a real tenacious edge and making life difficult in front of the Armada net at times, and just being the type of playoff guy that's really valuable when you're playing for a championship?
Yeah, I mean, Chud has been exceptional. You know, he's just continued to get better. You know, it takes a while. The first 2 months in our league, he's coming from prep school. It's a big step. But he's got a great attitude and, you know, great person, but he just thrived. You know, we'll do it up when I watch the video tonight, but after 6 games, he was our efficiency leader. You know, we do that chart after every game, and he just kept getting better. You know, it's a big part of that line, and they play. And the fact that, you know, for a big part of the series, he was against, you know, a really good line with Desjardins, Zonin, and Carbonneau. And, you know, for a young guy in our league to have that responsibility and also show the capability offensively, but also playoff hockey. You know, you got to get in the trenches, you got to go to the net. So he continues to just get better. You know, you love those type of players.
And just one more from me. How important was it to manage emotions as this game went on? You look at the play where Veronin was taking it in the corner, and during the regular season, maybe there's a dog pile, but you guys just managed your emotions and really maintained your focus as that third period wore on.
I mean, we made it a priority for playoffs to try to cut down on the minor penalties. And I haven't done this series, but up to this series, we're the second best in the league, you know. And sometimes we maybe took more or given more in the regular season, but it's a priority. And, you know, I guess cold-blooded is the term, but guys got better. Yeah, no, thanks.
You've been around the game of hockey for a few years now. Where would you rank this series amongst the ones that you've been behind the bench for?
It was a great series. Yeah, as I said, fine line. They're a really good team. Yeah, well coached. Coach did a great job. I mean, anytime you're down to good opponents, he's brought them back 3 times. You know, glad it's the best of 7, not best 8. And yeah, did a super job. You know, so yeah, it was good for our guys. You know, you got to have hard moments. That's what, you know, you got the Final Four in your league. It's a real special league we've got, and you got to have hard opponents. And speaks the value of parity in our league.
Last question.
And sorry, just as a follow up, looking ahead to Friday night, what are your thoughts on starting the series against Chicoutimi here at home?
Oh, this is Wildcat night tonight. We'll worry about that tomorrow.
Craig, quick one, please.
Quick one? It's an oxymoron.
Thanks, Coach.
Haven't seen you this series. Where you been?
Oh, I've been around.
You don't come to the press conference anymore, or what?
Well, I'm here now.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. Over the last 2 years in the queue, what adjustments have you made as a coach with the group, and what have you learned as a person and as a coach leading a group of young men in this league?
It's a great question, and I think it's been invigorating. I think I said that word maybe my first press conference. I didn't know how invigorating was going to be, and I had when I talked to Mr. Irving about this position, I said I had a lot of wow moments at UNB, and set up for a really special wow moment maybe after going undefeated and that. But I can't speak enough about our owner, Mr. Irving, the passion he has, what he's put together here environment-wise. What he does for our community. Obviously, he's in a real battle now, that type of stuff. But what he means to, obviously his family, but the Wildcat family, we go FOE, family over everything, and we are a family here, the Wildcats. And when you have hard moments like this series, a lot of hard moments, and the brotherhood prevailed. People that care about one another. So that was tremendous. And you see the passion of the Moncton fans tonight. This building's been around for a while, but our game 5 victory, it was unbelievable here. A weekend crowd was just really magic. And tonight for a Tuesday night, you can't say enough about the passion. But it all goes back to one person. You say, can one person make a difference? Yeah, he can make a difference, and he's made a difference. And in my life, in the lives of anyone associated with the Moncton Wildcats, but I dare say anyone in the city of Moncton, with the contributions he gives, and really our province. When you think of, we talk about pride of New Brunswick, and we are the pride of New Brunswick, but what him and his family have done for our province is extraordinary. And I don't think people see. I was on the outside for 24 years. I'm on the inside for 2. And I just marvel at his passion for life, his passion for serving people, and his passion for growing our province and doing the best. So I think it all starts with that. And I had a lot of magic moments at UNB, a lot of great people, but I've never met anyone with the passion, the enthusiasm, the generosity of Mr. Robert Irving.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.
Caleb Desnoyers.
First of all, Caleb, congrats on going back finals. Obviously, a very tough loss in Game 6. Just talk about leading this group into tonight's game and getting that first goal to get the crowd energized and not make it so much of a nervous energy early on.
Yeah, well, it was long question. I'll go with the start. Obviously, it was obviously not what we wanted, but sometimes, as coach says, it's what you need. And I think for the growth of the team to have that tough loss to learn to manage these types of game at the end was great for us. And you know, as I said, not what we wanted, but it was a great opportunity to finish it at home here with a great crowd. And the team did a great job, and really proud of our group.
Obviously, just talk about the job your D-corps did, not in just defending this very talented Armada team, but chipping in offensively all series. Just talk about how it takes everybody to finish off a series.
Yeah, well, we saw it last year and this year too. You know, it takes a whole team. Yes, with players, with the staff, with everyone, starting with Mr. Irving that supports us. And you know, I think if you have one guy, you know, as you said, you're as weak as your weakest link. Is that okay? That's the thing in English. So yeah, and I think all the boys are doing a great job to help us get some wins, and especially our D-corps, they've been unreal so far.
Caleb, c'était quoi l'ambiance dans le vestiaire avant la game? C'était quoi le message du coach?
Ah ben, je te dirais qu'on est assez, tu sais, surprenamment assez détendu. Tu sais, je dirais que on a un groupe qui est assez confiant, puis il y a tellement d'amour, puis une belle énergie dans cette chambre-là que, tu sais, pour nous, c'était tout sauf juste un autre game. On savait que c'était une game 7, mais la mentalité, c'était d'arriver avec le même genre d'attitude pour dominer ce qu'on fait, puis le faire encore mieux vu que c'était une game 7. Puis ça a très bien été ce soir. C'est grave.
Caleb, j'ai 2 questions. La première, qu'est-ce qui a fait de la différence ce soir comparativement aux autres parties qui a fait que vous avez été capable de revenir, de faire preuve de cette résilience-là que le coach parlait?
Ah, ben, tu sais, je pense que c'est notre vouloir. Puis, tu sais, ça reste qu'on est quand même un jeune groupe. Tu sais, on est encore dans du hockey junior. Puis, tu sais, c'est une game d'erreurs. Puis, tu sais, on a appris de nos erreurs durant nos défaites, ce qui était probablement nécessaire pour qu'on se rende à où est-ce qu'on est aujourd'hui. Puis, on s'en est servi de cette expérience-là pour aller chercher la grosse victoire aujourd'hui.
Là, c'est la 2e fois que vous allez en finale. Vous allez avoir la chance de défendre votre titre. C'est très rare. Comment vous vivez ça? Qu'est-ce que ça vous fait de savoir que vous venez réaliser quelque chose déjà d'exceptionnel?
Ouais, ben, tu sais, c'est sûr que ça pourrait être exceptionnel, mais pour nous, c'est pas nécessairement de penser à ça, c'est de se focusser sur notre groupe de cette année. Puis tu sais, le but est de créer des souvenirs avec la gang qu'on a présentement. Puis on va se focusser sur notre premier chiffre contre Chicoutimi.
What did it mean to you personally to greet Vinny at center ice?
Oh, it was emotional, honestly. You know, he's a great hockey player, but I think he's even a better person. You know, he was loved by everyone in this organization, and you know, I truly think he's one of my really good friends. So it was fun to have the chance to compete against him, and obviously was sad to see his career end tonight. But really proud of what he's accomplished in his junior career, and just wishing him the best for what's coming ahead. What? Ah ben c'est sûr que c'était émotionnel de compétitionner contre Coco durant cette série-là. C'est un excellent joueur de hockey, mais c'est probablement encore une meilleure personne. Les valeurs qu'il a sont incroyables. Puis il était tellement aimé par tous les joueurs dans la chambre l'an passé. Puis c'était triste de le voir partir. Puis ça, comme j'ai dit, c'était vraiment plaisant de pouvoir compétitionner contre. Puis je lui souhaite le meilleur pour ce qui s'en vient. The Coco Man. Ouais.
It's in the past, but you faced a lot of adversity this season, especially early on. How did you deal with that? And what does it mean to you to be the leader of this hockey club?
Yeah, well, I think we have a lot of leaders
in that room. Yes, I'm wearing the C, but I think everyone chips in to be part of that leadership group. And we saw it tonight with some big effort by Smitty and Mutsi. Tommy, even as he's young, Rudy and Nets, Merce, Preston. Well, I can name everyone, but yeah, they've been unreal for us. And for the adversity, kind of was fortunate to go through that early on to bring that experience, to bring it to playoffs like that. And just fortunate that I went through it with some great staff here and some great surroundings back home. And yeah.
Merci, Caleb.
Merci.
En étant meilleur à chaque jour, on va mettre les chances de notre côté. Là.
It's a long 7-game series. 8 games if you include game one, including yourself. I think it was almost 55 minutes that you played in game one. How do the legs feel after a series like that?
I mean, we have we're in a great organization, so it's easy to have a good recovery. Like they put everything in to make us to feel right before a game, and yeah, it's always like we have to have obviously like good sleep and stuff like that, but the legs feeling good.
Deux questions. La première, c'est la deuxième fois que vous allez en finale de suite. Qu'est-ce que ça vous fait de répéter cet exploit-là, de vous rendre en finale une deuxième année de suite?
C'est sûr, c'est le fun, c'est un honneur, puis de le faire pour l'organisation des Wildcats, c'est toujours le fun. T'sais, on joue pour Monsieur Irving qui se bat à tous les jours, puis c'est le fun de le faire pour quelqu'un comme ça, puis surtout une aussi belle organisation, c'est toujours plaisant, puis c'est un honneur, c'est ça.
Est-ce que cette série-là, qui était peut-être la plus dure que vous avez eue depuis 2 ans, vous a rendu meilleur pour la finale?
Oui, c'est sûr. Je pense que c'est dans des moments d'adversité qu'on devient meilleur puis qu'on est capable de s'améliorer. Donc, c'est sûr que d'avoir une série dure comme ça va nous rendre meilleurs. Puis, au final, c'est à nous autres d'être meilleurs à tous les jours.
Last question.
A lot of work all season to be number one and have this game at home. Just you've played a lot of big games. Just what does it mean to have a game 7 at home and take care of business in front of a crowd like that on a Tuesday night?
It's always fun to play in front of a full house, so I thank all the fans for that. But yeah, no, it's fun to like we work hard all season to have like the home advantage, and we got it. And it's fun to play like a game 7 in front of like a full house, like I said, and no, it's fun.
Set up.